How I feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah.
Oh, Henry! It's the coach. You're watching Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, the big man, Derrick Henry, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Tennessee.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they're led out by a guy who's done just about everything you could ever imagine to do in this league, the great Tom Brady.
It's been a lot of fun watching him develop in his career, but that will to win, he's had that probably since birth, and it transmits itself throughout his entire ball club. Watching him play, it can be an absolute joy unless you're on the other team.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, it's Henry. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, Alabama.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. Fresno. Rip. Fresno. 72.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're back up to one of the all-time great players, If you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The headshots here, the offensive unit, and what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got his man. This is Tate. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A third down gain of 19.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
10 yards there on a Bengal first. Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that, because the scouting report told you that this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And an alley to run. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Titans. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The stop made by Jurrell Casey. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 20!
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Oh, we got it. Good job.
And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost, hold on to it. Take care of the football. That's all you needed to do.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Quick dash. 80 weapon. Grip. Hey, Delta. Alpha.
Here's Brady to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll toss it to Henry. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Well, as an offense, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd down, it's Palmer. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go on. Hey, check it.
The toss right to Henry. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And a good stiff arm and some space to run. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now on 2nd and 16. Brady. Caught by Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Henry running right. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? It's Heavy, too. Let's go up. Let's go.
They'll try the right side with Henry.
Hey, alert 3.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Wait, 20. Hey, watch the slant. Ozzie. 72.
Now on 2nd and 16. Brady. Complete. It's Henry. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Five. Regular.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Brady. This will be caught by Brown. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now play fake here on first down. He completes it to Tate. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
And he loses the football a second time.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Here we go. 180. 51 for mine. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Here we go.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. He gets it to Cooks.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 16-yard touchdown. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. That time a 6-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Go Bandit. Check it, reload.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Henry. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline.
Watch the eye. Hey, high 7.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You ain't doing nothing today. Go Bandit.
Here's Brady. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Brady now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
No. Hey, check it. Mike 57. Let's go, D. Hey, Haywood. Mike 57. Ozzy.
Now Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And an alley to run. 30, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Back now in Nashville, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They keep it with Henry on first down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Brady. Over the middle here to Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second and very short, Brady, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Malik Collins able to drop him for a loss of a couple. The Titans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Brady, it's caught, Jones. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point convert. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Check safety, check safety.
They're going to try and run for it. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Harold Landry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They go play action here on first down. Open man is Uzomah. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down now. It's Palmer, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Palmer, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run on first down. It's Palmer, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it second and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. On third down, Palmer. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. Now when Sale's out of bounds, the side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. 180! Hey, watch the slant.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it.
Here we go. 180!
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die